Thank you, 50.
I'm excited. Woo-hoo. The next evolution of Sim Football continues live with preseason action from Baltimore, Maryland, as the hometown Baltimore Vultures will play host to the Fort Worth Toros in preseason action in the Simulation Football League. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody, alongside Mickey Malillo. My name is Eric Vincent, and we've got Ron Haynes in the stats truck for us this evening. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. Running the show as always. And Mickey, this is very exciting. We're moving on, as we've mentioned in some of these previous broadcasts, we're moving on to a new engine, new format for these games for season 21 of the SFL, and it's very, very exciting.
Oh, absolutely, Eric. I am looking forward to this new era of the SFL. Just seeing how the players play, how everything goes. We're getting used to it for the preseason just to get ready for the regular season. I'm looking forward to especially seeing the defending champions play here in preseason versus Fort Worth.
You got two playoff teams in a preseason game from just a season ago, and that's very exciting in and of itself. These teams also played Week 6 last season in a thriller in which Fort Worth had come out on top, 23-18. So this is going to be a pretty good showing between both of these teams. We want to see how they're going to go into this new era of sim football and what playbook they're going to run. We'll get into all of that as time goes on. But for right now, Fort Worth is going to get the football to start the football game off. And we got a return out to the 27-yard line by Charlie Baker, number 83. And Marcus Dunhill will come out and lead the troops for the Toros.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to see what Dunhill could do here on his first drive on the field for season 21.
Dunhill starting off under center, offside eye. He's got two towards the top of the formation. Cade Stevens goes in motion towards the other end of the formation. Dunhill, pocket collapsing around him, still has time, going to throw it into coverage and incomplete. He was looking for Robert Garrett III out there towards the far sideline.
A great job there by Dunhill, just staying in the pocket, trying to find one of his receivers to be able to throw to, and just seeing all the pressure and everything collapsing around him, just staying in there and being able to get that pass off.
Again, going offset eye, flipping the formation this time. Stephen Hacker going in formation towards the opposite end this time. 4 down lineman for the Vultures on defense. Dunhill, quick throw, complete this time to Stevens as he gets a gain of 6. We'll get a look at the offense for the Toros here quickly. Marcus Dunhill at quarterback, Stephen Hacker at wide receiver, along with Cade Stevens and Charlie Baker. Joe Idle, the newcomer, rookie in the most recent SFL rookie draft, along with Robert Garrett Jr., the tight end, number 44. Jay-Z Bacon and Aaron Alexander round out the backfield for the Toros here, and we'll see a play action for Dunhill. He's going to fire it deep downfield. He's got a man into Baltimore territory to about the 40-yard line is Stephen Hacker.
Oh, what a great play call there by Fort Worth. Play action pass. We didn't see much of them in season 20, but we're seeing a lot of. We're going to see a lot of them this season, and just a great job by Hacker. Great coverage by the Vultures there, but Hacker just put his hands up, was able to get that ball down for a big gain on this opening drive.
Gutsy throw for Dunhill on this opening possession, as you mentioned, Mickey, into coverage, but a great catch by Hacker, and that extends the drive for the Toros. Dunhill, little rollout action this time. Throws it into coverage and incomplete. Plenty of Baltimore defenders in the area. And we'll get a look at their defense now quickly. Joe Duncan, Al Walker, Nate Brown, Sir Ron Yates IV, along with Ralph Leopold along the front four. Frank Smith, Keenan Samuels, and Alvin Mack, the linebackers. Enzo Bolt, Marvin Himes, Ben Stackenpaper, and Elijah Warfield are the corners. Giovanni Bolton, Troy Loshaw are the safeties. Pitch play to J.Z. Bacon, and he gets buried in the backfield. Great pursuit by number 49, Keenan Samuels, with the TFL.
Great job by Keenan Samuels, just being able to eye that ball, do his job, cutting it into the backfield, and stopping it for a tackle for loss.
Another 3rd and long for the Toros. 4 wide this time. Bacon, the lone back. Stevens in motion. Play action again for Dunhill. Has plenty of time. He's going to fire it towards the near sideline for Hacker and incomplete. Again, good coverage by the Baltimore defense. And this time, they force a 4th down.
Baltimore defense is stepping up here. Fort Worth is really relying on Dunhill here and with the air game. Love to see them put a little bit more play calls onto the ground.
And in no man's land, Fort Worth is going to have to punt the football. See if they can pin the Vultures back deep. It's going to bounce right around the 15-yard line and out of bounds right around that point. So Baltimore will have a little bit of a ways to go as Jack Wigmore comes out to command the offense for the Vultures.
Definitely want to see what this new Vultures team can do.
A lot of returning faces, some newcomers as well. Baltimore has done a great job keeping their core intact for all of these championship seasons that they have come up with. Handoff goes to Warren Murray. He's returning, and he's running with authority as he gets close to a 1st down.
Great job by Warren Murray. Reason why he's a starting halfback on this defending championship team. Just turning around, keeping his legs moving, being able to break 2 tackles there. He was stopped in the backfield, but he was able to keep it going and able to pick up 9 yards on that last play.
And a key block there by the fullback, T-Roy Gaines, as he got to the 2nd level, saw no one there to block, and then doubled back and made a key block in the backfield that helped to spring Murray free for that 9-yard gain. Heavy formation, 3 backs in the backfield for the Vultures. Wigmore will hand it off to T-Roy this time, trying to follow some blockers and gets buried near the 30-yard line, but he will get the 1st down and some extra on top of that.
T-Roy Gaines right there, just a great job hitting the hole right off tackle there, and then he just dips his head to get a few extra yards at the end of that play. Great job by T-Roy Gaines there.
Fresh set of downs from about the 31-yard line. Wigmore going to throw his first pass, and it's complete over the middle. That's one of the newcomers, Caesar Ackerman, as the tight end, number 40, and he gets a 1st down of about 12 or 13 yards.
And Caesar Ackerman right there, just coming up, doing a little post route right here, or more of a fly route right there, just going straight up the field and turning around right at the perfect time to be able to catch the ball for the 1st down.
Baltimore moving nicely to start things off, nearing midfield. Drive started at their own 14-yard line, and they've made quick work of their first possession. Handoff goes to Murray, bounces it off tackle, slips the defender, slips another one, and then gets tackled by Delaney Nash. We'll get a look at the offense for the Vultures here as they get a gain of 6. Wigmore at quarterback, Ivory Irvin, David Anderson, Daley Holder, and Matt Chima, all the wide receivers, along with Jackson Roberts and Caesar Ackerman, the tight ends. We've got Warren Murray and T-Roy Gaines in the backfield at halfback and fullback, respectively. Offset I. Handoff goes to Murray again. Straight up the middle. Good spin move, and he's going to have 1st down yardage.
And it looks like it's going to be an air versus land battle here, where Fort Worth was throwing the ball pretty much on every down. Looks like Baltimore is just keeping it on the ground, letting their running backs do all the work here.
Wigmore has only thrown one pass on this drive. Otherwise, it's been a run to either Warren Murray or T-Roy. Handoff again to Murray, and again a big gaping hole up the middle. Spins out of another defender and gets close to first down yardage near the 29-yard line. We'll get a look at the Toro defense. Jeff Duffy, Jerry D. Gond, Luther Gond, and John Nevels along the front four. E.K. Vincent, Sonny Sky, a new rookie coming out of the last rookie draft, and J.L. Browning are the linebackers. Adam Leach, Remington James, Aiden Davis, and Tobias Gordon, another newcomer at corner. Ben Stone and Delaney Nash are the safeties. Pitch play this time. T-Roy Gaines has a ton of room, lowers his shoulder, and he's going to get out to the 25-yard line for another fresh set of downs.
And just a great job by this Baltimore team, really relying on their running backs. It seems to be the strength of their offense right here. Just keeping it on the ground, not trying to give the ball up over the air. Both running backs, fullback, halfback, doing their jobs here and getting the ball down the field.
Nearing the SFL red zone at about the 23-yard line, another handoff. Murray still fighting for extra yardage, dragging defenders, and gets another first down, and they are in the SFL red zone. What a great job by this Baltimore Vulture running game so far, Mickey.
Oh, absolutely. Warren Murray right there had two Toros all over him at the end of that run, and he was still able to drag him for at least 3 to 4 more yards, get the first down, and in the red zone.
First and 10 now from the 12. Wigmore, only a second pass. He's going to gun it over the middle and incomplete. He had Chima there. Wasn't sure if he could locate the football or not, though.
It looked like Chima turned around a little bit too late after Wigmore passed the ball. So he probably didn't have eyes on it, but still second and 10, 13-yard line. They're definitely going to be in striking distance of the end zone here.
Murray and Gaines behind Wigmore, who's under center. He'll throw again. Shuffling in the pocket, rears up and throws it. It's incomplete. He got hit from his backside as he was releasing the football, and that falls to the turf. Third down now.
Very lucky by Wigmore right there. He definitely had his arm back. Thank God it was going forward right there. Otherwise, that would have been a fumble, and it could have went the other way.
Baltimore with tripped wide receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Now they'll shift Chima over to the opposite end. 2-2, single back is Murray. Play action for Wigmore. Has time, going to throw opposite end. Catch is made by Chima, who slips the defender. They'll give him forward progress near the line to gain, but it'll still be fourth down.
Great play call there by Baltimore. They've been on the ground pretty much the entire time. And as you see, they're throwing out the replay flag right here. But Baltimore on the ground the whole time, turning around, doing a play action pass right there. Smart job by the coaching staff there for the Vultures.
As we go under the hood here, I'm not sure if there'll be any additional evidence we can see that gave Chima the first down.
His feet look like on the line to gain, but where he caught the ball was still just inches before.
And the ruling on the field is going to stand. Baltimore will lose a timeout on that challenge. So it'll still be 4th and inches. And the Baltimore coaching staff will have a decision to make.
Does look like they're going to go for 3 here with Shark Tarkington coming out.
One of the elite kickers in the SFL. Just a chip shot field goal for Tarkington, and he nails it right down the middle. 3-0 now as Baltimore takes the lead early on, about halfway through the first quarter of action with 4:28 to go.
That was just a fantastic drive by Baltimore, starting on their own 14 and getting to the other 13-yard line. They were only held to 3 points, but it just goes to show what this Baltimore team can do.
Baltimore's offense did look very, very good running the football on that first possession. That Toros secondary clamped down on them in the red zone, though, as Baker gets a return out to about the 30-yard line. So the Toros defense with some work to do to stop that running attack of Murray and Gaines. And they got some work to do on offense as well, as they stalled just past midfield, Mickey.
Absolutely right, and they are relying on the air game as opposed to using some of their running backs and mixing up the play calling here. Let's see if they still go with that, or when they went off to the sideline, they were able to talk about it and say, let's give our running backs the ball here.
Two wideouts towards the bottom of the formation. Bacon with a handoff. He's going to go off tackle, and he'll get a good chunk of 6 yards.
That's the first time we heard Jay-Z Bacon's name this game so far. May only be the first quarter, but they already have one drive under their belt, and we really haven't called any one of their running backs. So great drive, 6 yards on their first time touching the ball.
Under 4 minutes to go here as Bacon gets another handoff. We'll try and fight for some extra yards, but really nothing doing there. As he gets out close to about the 38-yard line, it'll be a 3rd and short coming up now.
Now this is a position for Fort Worth. Their passing game was on point in that first drive. This is a passing down situation here. Let's see what Dunhill can do.
Single wideout in the formation. Dunhill sends Garrett in motion. Handoff goes to Bacon. He's got first down yardage just barely, though, as he gets tattooed just right around that first yard marker.
Jay-Z Bacon looked like he was going on an express train from Fort Worth to Dallas, but he just got stopped right there, just beyond the line to gain.
Couldn't tell if that was Bolts or Smith getting in there and laying the stick on him, but a big hit and a big play to stop any further damage as Bacon gets a toss out of the backfield, and he's got space to room. He's still in bounds, and he's going to go all the way out near the 20-yard line. What a run there by Jay-Z Bacon coming out of the backfield on the pass.
Oh, great job by him running catch, just dipping and diving and getting away from those defenders. Right here you can see just a great job shaking off that defender. Saw that great block upfield. Stiff arms, number 56 right there. And just keeps on going. Picks up great yardage for Fort Worth.
So there's a big chunk play on the last possession. A big chunk play here for the Toros as they set up shop at the 29-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Offset eye again. Bacon with another carry, trying to go far side and gets maybe a couple. Actually powers his way through for 4 yards on that play. Good run there by Jay-Z.
You can tell Jay-Z Bacon's definitely a power running back. He's shaking off tacklers, putting his head down, being able to pick up 1 or 2 extra yards even after getting hit by the Baltimore defense.
Bacon, the 6th play that they've gone to him on this drive, and this time he gets buried in the backfield for a short loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 6 coming up.
Now, it's going to be an interesting choice for the Toros coaching staff. What play will they call? This entire drive was all on the ground, and they did very well, with the exception of the big pass to Jay-Z Bacon. Let's see if they stay on the ground or if they go in the air.
3 wide, I formation, 4 down linemen for the Vultures. Dunhill rolling out, fires it in the middle of the field. It's picked off going the other way. Keenan Samuels, who had a big TFL on the first possession, comes up with an interception this time around, and Baltimore will take over at the 22.
Keenan Samuels there, that just not a smart pass by Dunhill. There were about three defenders there. Threw it well into traffic, and Keenan Samuels just did his job in his own defense, went back, was able to keep his eye on the ball and get that interception so that he could get the ball back and not have the Toros put any points on the board.
And Dunhill at times will have these ill-advised throws that are head scratchers, and then he'll come right back and throw just an amazing pass. Very hot and cold, but that's what the good gunslinger quarterbacks do in football in general. But now Baltimore takes over. First turnover of the evening for either side as Wigmore goes opposite side to T-Roy Gaines, who rumbles for first down yardage out across the 40-yard line. I think they marked him out around the 35.
Yeah, T-Roy Gaines right there. He just had his eye on the line to gain. He just had that angle straight, and he went there just avoiding every defender.
Been a tale of two teams, right? Baltimore looking very, very crisp offensively. Meanwhile, Fort Worth kind of getting their feet underneath them, trying to figure out what exactly they want to do offensively. Handoff goes to Murray, and a lot of traffic in the backfield there. And Vincent zooms in to finish up the play. It'll be second down.
E.K. Vincent just coming in from that inside linebacker spot, saw that run play, found a hole to be able to get in there, and just no gain on that play.
Irvin in motion on 2nd and 10. Nearing the end of the first quarter of action. Baltimore with a 3-point lead. Wigmore to throw. He's going to throw it into coverage and incomplete. And it looks like Nash and Davis were both out there in coverage on him, and it falls to the turf.
And just a great job there by Delaney Nash, just staying on his coverage, turning around, being able to hit the receiver when the ball got to him to make sure that he couldn't retain possession.
Third and long for Baltimore. Wigmore, play action, pressure coming, gonna fire it in the middle, and that's picked off. Aiden Davis now going the other way, and he gets tackled near the Baltimore 48-yard line, and we'll flip the script once again. Fort Worth with their first turnover of season 21.
And I wasn't upset with that pass by Wigmore. He saw his receiver in stride, but Aiden Davis right there just happened to keep his eye on the ball and was able to jump the route just enough to be able to get that interception.
And I'm with you, Mickey. Upon first glance, it looked like it was good coverage from Davis, but possibly a throw that Wigmore could make. Davis did a nice job shifting it towards his safety help in the middle of the field, and then ended up making the play himself. Handoff goes to Bacon. Bouncing it up the middle, and he's going to get a gain of 6.
And this is a great position here for Fort Worth. They're down by 3, closing in on the end of the first quarter. Starting on Baltimore's side of the field, this is their chance to tie or even take the lead in this ball game.
That eye for the Toros. Tight end goes in motion. Gets the snap off before the end of the quarter, and Bacon's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage by Frank Smith, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. Baltimore with a 3-0 lead as both teams trade interceptions deep into the first quarter. This is the Simulation Football League live on the league's YouTube channel with preseason action. Eric Vincent here, Mickey Belillo there, and we've got Ron Haynes in the stats truck along with Commissioner Cameron Irvine at SFL HQ for us this evening. 3-0 ball game as the Toros continue to march forward after getting an interception on their last defensive play. Handoff goes to Bacon again, lowers his shoulder and gets enough for a first down out to about the 35-yard line. Completely leveled Giovanni Bolt on that play.
And that's what I was saying about J.Z. Bacon before. A definite power running back, being able to put his shoulder into a defender, dip his helmet, and being able to get those 1 or 2 yards to be able to get the first down.
Pitch play goes to Bacon. We saw this blown up last time, and it's going to get blown up this time as well, as Bacon loses 2 in the backfield. Also, apologies to my brother, Stephen Hacker. He is in the stats truck this evening as well, along with Ron Haynes, a little bit of a late arrival to the game. So certainly want to give credit where credit is due. Handoff goes to Bacon once more, and he'll plow forward to where it's about 3rd and 5 left to go.
Once again, Fort Worth has an interesting play call. Dunhill did rely on his arm, but these past couple of drives, they've been relying on JZ Bacon. Let's see if they go air or land right here.
Rollout for Dunhill this time. Has protection over the middle. This time caught. We've seen him throw those dangerous passes, both quarterbacks, into coverage here this evening. Charlie Baker coming up with a sick grab, and that'll extend the drive for Fort Worth.
It's a great job by Baker right there. Had a defender right in front of him. There was no doubt that he heard the footsteps, but kept his composure, be able to get the first down and keep this drive going.
Into the SFL red zone we go from the 16-yard line, first down. Handoff goes to Bacon. Good blocking on the outside. Slips one defender and gets dragged down near the 10-yard line for a gain of 6.
There was a big block there by Frank Burks, right, the guard for the Fort Worth Toros, that just turned around and was able to take a defender out of the play to give Bacon the room to get to the outside to pick up 6.
Offset eyes, 2nd and 4. Bacon again with a carry, trying to find some room, dragging Baltimore defenders, and does get enough to move the sticks. 1st and goal, Fort Worth.
Great job by Bacon there. He's been their powerhouse so far in this first half. He gets the ball, just keeps those legs moving, being able to pick up 2, 3, 4 yards after the first initial hit by the Baltimore defense.
Bacon again, trying to get near the goal line, and he'll get stopped at about the 2.
Fort Worth started out with throwing the ball. They then switched to the ground game, and it's showing that their ground game is working. I say give the ball again to JZ Bacon. Let him get the touchdown. He's been producing this entire game.
Baltimore's asking for it, too. 8 men in the box. Bacon trying to rumble behind his blockers and gets stood up at the 1. 3rd and goal now.
Bacon right there. He just put his shoulder down, but he was trying to push his center to be able to get some blocking there. If he was able to get through his hole, I think he would have had a touchdown.
This Baltimore crowd is getting loud on 3rd and goal. Bacon is going to find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Toros.
JZ Bacon untouched into that end zone, taking the lead here for the Fort Worth Toros. Doing a great job. Believe he touched the ball almost every single play that drive, with the exception of the pass to Charlie Baker. But he did his job. He ran the ball. He was getting the yards, getting first downs. He deserves the 6 points there.
It was definitely the JZ Bacon show on that drive. And I think you're right, Mickey. I think with the exception of that one Charlie Baker pass, I think it was just all going to JZ Bacon, which, by the way, would make a good name for a late night show, right? The JZ Bacon Show. I think that's a great name.
Who doesn't like bacon?
Exactly. Little sizzle on the intro, you know, little pan fried, skillet fried.
And a little bit of JZ Bacon there, waving hi mom to the crowd.
11 plays, 43 yards, capped off with that 1-yard rushing touchdown by Bacon as Fort Worth takes the lead 7-3. Irvin going to bring it out of his own end zone here, and he's going to get just past the 25 to the 26-yard line, where Baltimore will take over for the next possession.
Now let's see what Baltimore can do to, after that score, going down, they don't go down much in games. They're never on the other side of the leading score. Let's see how they come back from that score.
I mean, we touched on it a little bit before. It is preseason. Everyone's trying to get their feet wet, trying to figure out what kind of offense they want to run in this new era of the SFL. So I think we're seeing that tonight with a little bit of everything. We're seeing some run, we're seeing some pass, we're seeing some good defense. Good mixed bag here for this nightcap game on Wednesday evening. As Wigmore will throw to start things off into coverage and incomplete, but there is a flag. And it is going to be pass interference called on Fort Worth. So Baltimore will get a good chunk of yards out to their own 40-yard line on that first play.
Ben Stone there being flagged for the pass interference. Do have to say he did take the receiver off his route, so that's a good call by the officials out on the field.
It definitely was a good little bump there on the receiver by Ben Stone, so I certainly don't blame the official for that flag. Press set of downs to the 40-yard line, offset eye for Baltimore as Warren Murray, no play action. Wigmore over the middle into coverage again and incomplete.
That was Adam Leach there on the deflection. That was a dangerous pass. Great defense on the Toros right there. They just did a great job defending the receiver. That ball got tipped up, and there was a Toro that was very close, just couldn't get his hands on the ball.
Two backs behind Wigmore as he'll throw again, backing up, retreating in the pocket, throws and incomplete. The linebacker out in coverage, J.O. Browning, had an opportunity for an interception.
And once again, just this Toros defense is starting to step up. Browning coming from his outside linebacker position, just going into pass coverage and doing what he could to make sure that it's a 3rd and long play here.
Six and a half to go. Wigmore gonna throw, has his man across the line to gain and into opponent territory as he finds the ever-popular Daly Holder with his first catch of the evening.
Daly Holder right there. He had Toros all around him, was able to just hang on to that ball, pick up the first down into Toro territory.
Perfect positioning there on the corner, Aiden Davis, who has an interception this evening. And Baltimore will get their first yardage since the DPI penalty earlier on this possession. Handoff goes to T-Roy this time, and he's met by a couple different Toro defenders, led by Browning, and he'll get maybe a yard on the play.
It's a great job by the defensive coordinator there for Fort Worth, just being able to, after that first drive by Baltimore, telling their front four and their inside linebacker, you've got to stop the run game.
Offset eye again, Wigmore to throw, pressure coming, over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Chima, and I think he just put a little too much mustard on that one.
Oh, absolutely, just overthrew Chima right there. He did have a few defenders over there. He was probably trying to get the ball to where only Chima could get to, but just a little too much strength there.
So now another 3rd down for Baltimore. Bunched receivers towards the bottom of the formation. Wigmore under center, Murray the lone back. Wigmore short drop, throws, got Irvin, and it's going to be short of the line to gain. He made the catch as he was falling down, got back up, couldn't quite make it to the line to gain, and it's going to be a 4th down now for Baltimore.
And here's the chance to see the punter for Baltimore here. It's the first time they're punting this entire ball game.
Matty Coffin's coming back and handling the punting duties for Baltimore. And he will kick it out of bounds near the 15-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
Looks like they're spotting it right on the 20-yard line.
And that's where Fort Worth will take over. Up 7-3. Just about half the second quarter gone here. Dunhill uncorks one. Wide open is Baker, and he's going to make it out past the 35-yard line to the 36.
Charlie Baker right there, just a great route, getting in between that zone defense. Being able to catch the ball, get another first down for the Toros. They were able to get a touchdown last drive. Let's see if they could do the same thing on this one.
Too wide towards the top of the formation for Fort Worth as they come out in an offset eye. Hacker goes in motion. Dunhill, short drop. Gonna throw it Hacker's way, but I don't think he was ready for it. It falls out of bounds.
It actually looked like Dunhill was looking for his running back on a swing route, Aaron Alexander, and just overthrew him, and Hacker just happened to be in the same area there.
Either way, not a good-looking play for the Toros on first down. They come out in the same formation. 7 in the box for Baltimore as Jay-Z gets the pitch play, and he'll slip the first defender and will drag the second for a good chunk of yards out to what looks like near midfield. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I can see the Toros here throwing the ball. Dunhill to Baker has been a great combination this game, picking up great yards. Be on the lookout to see if that'll happen again on this play.
3rd and 5 from just past the 40-yard line. Dunhill rolls out, throws it over the middle. One-handed grab by Baker as he gets into Baltimore territory on a huge play.
Baker and Dunhill have this chemistry even in this preseason game. I'd like to see it all season long for the Toros. But just a fantastic grab there by Baker coming across the middle. Nobody around him until the safety comes up and just gives him a shot.
And that was Troy Loshaw with the shot. He is known for dishing out those big hits from his safety spot. Baker doing a good job holding on to the football. And Fort Worth gets a fresh set of downs from Baltimore's 40-yard line. Dunhill again is going to throw. Over the middle, catch is made near the 20, and that's Cade Stevens with the grab. And that'll be another fresh set of downs for the Toros.
I like what the Toros are doing here. They're now mixing it, passing the ball and running the ball here. It's keeping the Baltimore defense on their toes. They don't know where it's going to come from. All pass during the first drive, all run on the second drive, and now they're mixing it up. I don't know if the Vulture's going to be able to keep up.
.314 and counting to go here in the first half. Hacker in motion. Bacon. Buried near the line of scrimmage. It'll actually go as a TFL as Mack gets in there and blows him up in the backfield.
And Alvin Mack all game has been doing a great job getting into the backfield. Any no yardage gain for Bacon or any TFL, Alvin Mack has been involved with those plays.
Dunhill, short drop, has time, throws, end zone, Baker, touchdown, Fort Worth.
I said there was chemistry between Dunhill and Baker, and there it is. Another 6 points on the board for the Toros. And just a great route run by Baker, a great catch by Baker there. You're going to see a lot of that this season in Season 21. Dunhill to Baker, Dunhill to Baker. Mark my words right now.
And this coaching staff is doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work to see about getting Charlie Baker a little bit more involved in this offense. We're seeing that on display here in their preseason game as Fort Worth drives down the field 80 yards to score another touchdown and take a 14-3 lead with 2:41 to go.
And that was Amelia Rose there on the PAT, just putting that extra point on the board. And here Rose is kicking it off to the Vultures.
Irvin not going to take it out of the end zone this time, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. 7 plays, 80 yards, and that capped off with a 21-yard passing touchdown from Dunhill to Charlie Baker. And 14-3 is where we stand with 2:39 to go. Baltimore with 2 timeouts, losing one on a previous challenge earlier in the half. Fort Worth with all 3. Handoff goes to Murray. Has plenty of running room and gets a good chunk of 8 yards on first down.
And Murray just did a great job. He didn't have much contact till he got tackled, but he just saw the hole off tackle there and just was able to get the ball upfield and pick up 8 yards, make this 2nd and short.
to the second level of the defense fairly easily there on that run. Nash was the first one to make contact with him. Jackson Roberts in motion on this play as Wigmore's under center with this offset eye. Handoff goes to Murray again. He's got the first down, slipping defenders, and then finally gets hit by Ben Stone in the middle of the field, but not before the Vultures will move the sticks.
Warren Murray did a great job just hitting the hole, being able to shake off those defenders, but you got to give Ben Stone credit. Stepping up and make sure he didn't get more yards.
2 minutes to go in the opening half play. Fort Worth with a 14-3 lead over Baltimore. This is SFL Preseason, Season 21, live on YouTube. Fresh set of downs for Baltimore from their 36-yard line. Murray with the carry, and this time he doesn't go anywhere as a couple different Toros combined for the stop. Clock continues to roll.
And as you saw in the stat when we came back from the 2-minute break, Murray is averaging almost 7 yards a carry. So seeing him stop for no gain is a shocker right there.
He and T-Roy Gaines in the backfield for this play as Wigmore's going to throw it, and an incomplete. Browning doing a great job in pass coverage this evening, as that's the second pass breakup tonight.
Oh, just a great job coming in from that outside linebacker position. You don't see them often being able to break up a pass like that, but just a great job stepping back, finding his coverage, and making sure that ball hit the ground and not in the receiver's hands.
That'll freeze the clock at 1:32, third down and long. David Anderson in motion. 2-2 for the Vultures here. Wigmore over the middle, catch is made. First down yardage near midfield, and that was Anderson with the catch.
David Anderson, just great job, just over the middle. Got behind the defenders, being able to pick up the first down. But the problem here is he's still inbound. So either Baltimore has to take a timeout or that clock's going to continue to run.
And it is going to run. Remington James very, very close to making a play on that football. But Wigmore is going to have an opportunity to find Chima for another fresh set of downs. And Baltimore is going to burn their second timeout. They're going to have one remaining.
And right here with Baltimore being down by 11, take a breather. Really think about what plays you want to call here from the 34.5-yard line.
2-2 again for the Vultures. Single back is Murray. Wigmore to throw. Going to throw it near sideline and incomplete. A little bit of hand fighting for Chima on that play, and it's going to freeze the clock at 1:05.
And just a great job. I didn't get the number on that defender on that play, but just a great job to make sure Chima was nowhere near catching that ball.
Same formation for the Vultures. Wigmore again fires it quickly, but this time finds his receiver Holder for another set of downs. They're going to burn their final timeout here.
And this is a good position for the Vultures here. They may not have any timeouts left, but they're in striking distance of the end zone, and as long as they don't turn the ball over, they'll at least get another 3 points on the board, and they get the ball back in the second half.
Wigmore turning to the quick passing game on this drive. And he'll try and do it again. Throws it into coverage. Davis with a diving effort, but Chiba makes the catch for 9 yards. Clock continues to roll. Wigmore. End zone. Catch is made. Touchdown in between two defenders. Mac Chima comes up with it.
Chima just doing a great job there. As you said, Eric, 2 defenders around him, but he just jumped to be able to be the only person to catch that ball and put 6 on the board for the defending champs.
Aiden Davis with decent coverage there. Delaney Nash coming over and giving some help. And Chima makes the catch anyway. and gives the Vultures their first touchdown of season 21. Extra point by Tarkington is up and good. It's now a 4-point lead for Fort Worth. They've got 47 seconds to play with and all 3 timeouts.
And there's still 47 seconds left on the clock. Fort Worth can turn around and drive down the field and at least put another 3 on the board to go up by a full touchdown and PAT. Let's see if they have it in them to do it.
Baker from about his own goal line up the middle of the field. Tries the stiff arm and will get out to the 26-yard line. And that'll freeze the clock with 42 seconds for the Toros to work with here. And Charlie Baker has done it all this evening. He's had some decent returns, touchdown grab, one-handed grabs. It's been the Charlie Baker show on offense for Fort Worth.
I'll keep an eye on him right here, especially with that chemistry he has with Dunhill. You're going to call his name a lot on this drive to get them into striking distance to put some points on the board.
Offset eye to start with for the Toros. Dunhill, a little quick pass over towards the far sideline, is caught by Hacker, and he'll get maybe a yard as he steps out of bounds to freeze the clock.
Not sure what was going on with that they would only do a 1-yard out pass to Hacker. Not sure if the Baltimore defense was just doing a great job at stuffing the receivers that was coming over the line, but picking up 1 yard and stopping the clock, they get to save some of their timeouts.
Takes 3 seconds to go 1 yard. 2nd and 9 now, 3 wide in the formation. Handoff goes to Bacon, good blocking up front, lowers his shoulder, still on his feet. He's still dragging defenders and gets close to midfield. Eventually tackled by Nate Brown way down the football field, and Fort Worth will burn their first time out.
I thought Bacon was going to go all the way with that. Nate Brown was able just to grab a shoelace and take him down. But Bacon had a full head of steam on him. He could have scored that touchdown if it wasn't for Nate Brown.
Dunhill quickly throws, finds Stevens near sideline, trying to get out of bounds and does. 28 seconds to go, 5-yard gain.
5-yard gain, out of bounds, clock stops, but they also are in Vultures territory right now.
Fort Worth doing their best to try to at least get in field goal range for Amelia Rose. Aaron Alexander shifts in motion. Dunhill to throw, short pass, catch is made. They're going to burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with 1 remaining and not a whole lot of time to operate with, about 20 seconds or so.
Still got 1 timeout. They need to pick up at least about 20 yards, 10 to 20 yards here just to put Rose into field goal position.
Dunhill again, a short drop. Tosses it out to Alexander, who doesn't get enough for the first down. Timeout is called with 19 seconds to go. And I'm not sure if Amelia Rose has enough leg from this distance. Fort Worth is going to keep the Toro offense out there.
I like this play call, the end of the first half, but they're giving the ball back to the Vultures to start the second half.
Dunhill throws and incomplete. Good hit by Elijah Warfield to jar the football loose as it hits the turf, and the Toros will turn it over on downs.
Dunhill he had the right idea there. He saw his receiver streaking, be able to pick up the first down. It was just the Vultures defense just kept stepping up, seeing the play develop, and being able to make sure to knock the ball out before the receiver can catch it.
Great defensive possession by the Vultures to stop the Toros from getting any points. Both teams now with no timeouts. Wigmore going to throw it anyway and incomplete. Couldn't quite tell who that bounced off of. There were 3 bodies in the area.
And it's just I like this by the Vultures right here. They're not giving up. they could just kneel the ball, knowing they get the ball to start the second half, but they still want to put points on the board.
See what they do here with 11 seconds to go now. Offset eye pitch play goes to Murray, and he gets tackled near the line of scrimmage. Sonny Sky, the rookie, getting in there with the stop, and that will be the final play of the first half. It's been an exciting first half as well. 14 for the Fort Worth Toros and 10 for the Baltimore Vultures as we hit the half here in Baltimore, Maryland. We'll get a look at the first half stats and highlights from this ball game. And what kind of stands out to you, Mickey? I mean, there was a lot going on there in that first half.
Well, what stands out the most right now is Fort Worth relying on J.Z. Bacon and just him on the ground and doing what he can. But then again, you've got Baker, 4 receptions, 70 yards. We only called his name 4 times, but he has been producing each and every time the Toros need him and the ball gets thrown his way. He's catching the ball, getting first downs, getting touchdowns.
And you saw the numbers there. Bacon with about 68 yards in the half and a touchdown. Charlie Baker with a touchdown through the air. Both Dunhill and Wigmore have thrown an interception in this ball game, as it is 14-10 at the half. And you're absolutely right, Mickey. It's been one of those days where we've seen J.Z. Bacon tote the rock. They ran it almost 20 times in the first half, but we've also seen a lot of the passing offense from Fort Worth. We could say the same about Baltimore as well. A lot of running from Warren Murray and T-Roy Gaines, but also some impressive passing attack from Wigmore and company too.
Oh, absolutely, Eric. Looking forward to the second half.
Baltimore will start off with the football, and it will start with an Ivory Irvin touchback. Out to the 20-yard line we go. Eric Vincent alongside Mickey Melillo, Ron Haynes, and Stephen Hacker in the stats truck for us this evening. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ running the machine. As we usher in a new era of the Simulation Football League. Too wide towards the top of the formation. That's where Wigmore will roll out. He fires it middle of the field, somehow caught by Ivory Irvin in between 2 Toro defenders.
Oh, the Toros were just all over Irvin right there, but he kept his composure, was able to see the ball going right into his hands, and he caught it, picking up the first down in the first play of this second half.
Leach almost got a fingertip on it. In fact, might have gotten a fingertip on it, but Irvin makes the catch anyway. And it's 1 play, 1 first down for the Vultures to start the second half. Handoff goes to Murray. Head of steam right up the middle of the field and gets gang tackled after a gain of 5.
And this Vulture team is just all around, especially on offense. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. The Toros defense is going to have to maintain their composure to make sure they can stop whatever the Vultures throw at them.
Murray averaging over 5 yards a carry here this evening as he tries to add to that total. Browning stops him before the line to gain. It's going to be a 3rd and short coming up for Baltimore.
And just a great job there by Browning, seeing the play develop, step up in the hole, make sure that Murray can't get more than 3 yards on that play.
Three backs in the backfield for the Vultures. Handoff goes to T-Roy Gaines, who gets first down yardage and gets into Fort Worth territory on top of it.
And that's one of the main benefits of having a fullback in your backfield. When you need 2 or 3 yards, you hand the ball off to them, they just dip their head, move their legs, and they're able to get those 2 or 3 yards for you.
And it's especially helpful when you have a back like T-Roy Gaines, who has experience being the feature back in this offense before shifting over to fullback, making room for Warren Murray. And it's an impressive 1-2 punch for them as Wigmore again throws it into coverage. This time could not connect as the Toros secondary bats it to the turf.
And just a great job by Adam Leach. He was one of the 2 defenders there on that play. But being able to turn his head around, be able to knock the ball out so the receiver couldn't catch it, keeping this at a 2nd and 10.
Leach and Stone doing a nice job in that secondary for Fort Worth, forces a 2nd down. Offset eye, 5 on the line for the Toros. Wigmore has time, over the middle, catch is made by Holder. As he gets close to the 20-yard line, they'll probably mark him down at the 21.
And Holder right there, just a great job. Again, 2 defenders on that receiver, and he was able just to be able to put his hands up, and Wigmore, great pass right there that only Holder could have gotten it.
We've seen a lot of gutsy throws from both of these quarterbacks this evening, trying to thread the needle as much as humanly possible, getting those feet wet with a brand new season of SFL football. First down now from the 21. Wigmore throws into coverage and incomplete. An easy interception that falls by the wayside for Adam Leach as he made a diving second attempt at it.
Adam Leach right there, he did exactly what he had to do. He jumped the route, saw where the ball was going, just 2 inches out of his grasp. Otherwise, that would have been an interception for the Toros.
Handoff goes to Murray. Avoids the first tackler, but Stone stands him up after gaining about 6 or 7 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Don't be surprised if they hand the ball off to Murray. Again, he's been doing a great job of picking up the yardage. But again, like you said before, you do have a running back, a fullback back there in T-Roy Gaines who can do the same thing, just be able to knock over a few of those defenders.
And this is Gaines' formation here. We'll see if he gets the football on 3rd and 2. And he will. Bounces off defenders in the backfield, but the Toros were ready for him. As Leach gets in there in the backfield, forces the stop and forces the 4th down.
And it was an interesting stat that was up on the screen before. Murray has 39 yards after getting hit with the ball, after getting hit by the defender. So that was odd for him to not get any yards on that play.
Arkingston instead will add a 30-yard field goal to the Vultures score, and it's a 1-point ball game now. And you're absolutely right, Mickey. Both of these running backs have done a really good job with bouncing off defenders and getting yards after contact in both Murray and Gaines this evening. So it was definitely a rarity for the Toros defense to get that stop at the line of scrimmage that time around.
Oh, absolutely. Both of these, star running backs just doing their jobs. Seeing them go for no yards or negative yards is a very big oddity.
Deep kick by Tarkington. And just a kneel down for the Toros by Joe Idle, and that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Good to see Joe Idle, the rookie, coming in there, even just to get a kick return and kneeling down, but good to see him out there in his first game just to get his nerves to rest.
Toros offense coming out with an offset eye. Dunhill going to sling it over to Bacon coming out of the backfield. Lowers his shoulder and takes a defender with him as he rumbles for 8 yards on 1st down.
JZ Bacon was hit after 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. He dragged the defender 5 yards to make this 2nd and 2.
As we get a look at Dunhill's numbers on the evening, pretty respectable night for him. Handoff goes to Bacon this time, trying to find some room, but good job by the Vultures defense to stop him at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Going to be a very interesting play call here, just to see what they do. Keenan Samuel's in on that play, be able to stop JZ Bacon. See if they keep it on the ground or put it in the air here.
Sticking with the same formation, Bacon with the carry, 1st down yardage and more. Big old head of steam for JZ Bacon as he gets just enough to move the sticks there. I thought that was going to go for a whole lot more, Mickey.
Oh, absolutely. That hole was big enough to put a Mack truck through. Great job by the Toros line to be able to get the hole for Bacon to get the 1st down there.
Handoff again to Bacon, trying to force the issue, but gets buried in the backfield as number 42 comes up and makes the hits. Frank Smith from his inside linebacker spot.
And once again, just both of these running backs on both sides of the ball, they're doing what they can to get yardage after the hit. Jay-Z Bacon was behind the line of scrimmage. He could have been tackled with a 4-yard loss, but he dipped his shoulder, kept his legs moving for only a 1-yard loss.
Dunhill, the throw, finds a receiver in the middle of the field. That's Stephen Hacker with the catch, and that'll be first down yardage out near midfield.
And just a great job by Hacker right there on the post route, going over the middle of the field, being able to get behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties there to be able to pick up the first down.
Two wide receivers towards the top of the formations for Fort Worth. Handoff goes to Bacon, cuts it towards the middle of the field, and we'll get 5 yards out of it.
I like that play call by the Toros right there. They had a very weak side on the line right there. There weren't many wide receivers or anything to push the defenders over there, but Jay-Z Bacon just turned around, went to that weak side, and was able to pick up 5 yards.
Bacon with another carry, blockers in front, and gets near the line to gain. They'll give him enough for a first down after forward progress.
Jay-Z Bacon, first half, we called his name a lot. Second half, already more than halfway through the third quarter. It has been another Bacon sizzle here on the ground.
Great block by Aaron Alexander to give him just enough to get that first down. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Dunhill rolls out, fires it, middle of the field, catch is made by Hacker as he gets knocked down near the 25-yard line. A little bit slow to get up, and he is not getting up.
Oh, that's a blow to the Toros right there. Stephen Hacker, that was his 5th reception. Great grab right there. Before that play had 48 yards, but let's see what happens. Hopefully he can come back in this game and keep this Toros offense going.
It gives Joe Idle an opportunity to sneak into the lineup here and get his feet wet a little bit more with this offense, the rookie in his first SFL game. First down for the Toros from the 25. Play action for Dunhill, who has plenty of time. Uncorks it, end zone, catch is made. Cade Stevens, touchdown Toros.
Oh, what a great job there by the Toros front 5. They gave Dunhill enough time to sit back, truly read his receivers and the defense, and found Cade Stevens in the back of the end zone to be able to put 6 more points on the board.
A great drive there for Fort Worth, as it was Jay-Z Bacon handling most of the yardage on that drive, but a great throw and a great catch from Dunhill to Stevens to cap off the touchdown drive as Fort Worth takes an 8-point lead with 3:51 to go here in the third.
Just a great job. And again, Emilio Rose there on the point after and coming up on the kickoff. Fort Worth is really firing on all cylinders here. They're showing what their offense can do. Stephen Hacker goes out. They throw the ball to Cade Stevens. They put 6 on the board.
A bit of a slow start for this Toro offense, but seemingly getting their feet underneath them as Baltimore down by 8 will set up shop at the 26-yard line.
And just a great coverage there by the Toros. One of the first returns that Irving took out of the end zone today, but you mentioned his name before getting his feet wet. That was Joe Idle there on the tackle to make sure that Irving couldn't get more than what he did.
And that's oftentimes where you make your mark is on special teams. Joe Idle doing a nice job there, getting involved with this Toros team. First down now as Wigmore sets up under center. He's got 2 backs behind him. Chima goes in motion. Handoff goes to Murray, and Murray has been doing that to the Toros defense all night long. 11 yards on first down, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And there you go. Once again, Murray, he got hit going through the hole in the offensive line. Just being able to get up, bypass the defenders, and picking up that first down.
And Murray has always been a very slippery, speedy back, even back during his days as a Houston Hyena, now the Houston Headhunters. He'll get another carry here, cuts it back inside. Vincent gets spun out, and the Toros wrap up Murray near the line to gain. They'll give him 2 on that play.
That was one of the... I don't know what Murray was doing. He got hit by Vincent and turned around and started running the wrong way.
They got 2 yards out of it. 2nd and 8 now. Under 3 to go here in the third. Handoff goes to him again. He's bottled up in the backfield, and Fort Worth does a nice job converging on him and giving him only 1 yard, 3rd and long.
And this is a position I don't think Baltimore has seen much of tonight, let alone in the past few seasons. A 3rd and long situation being down by 8 points.
Wigmore under center. Play action as he rolls out. Has plenty of time. Looking over the middle. Catch is made one-handed by Chima. Down the near sideline, and that's going to be a first down for Baltimore on a great play.
Chima there with the one-handed grab. Even the cheerleaders are happy with that catch. Being able to get them out of that hole, 3rd and long, picking up the first down. Just a great job by him. Defenders all around him, and that was in the upfield hand too. Just great job by Chima pulling that ball and retaining possession.
Tobias Gordon, another rookie for these Fort Worth Toros, almost had an opportunity and an interception, but Chima just snatches it away at the last second. Wigmore going to roll out again. This time does go middle of the field, and it's picked off. Going the other way is Leach, who does get his interception for the evening, and he'll make it out to the Fort Worth 29-yard line.
Just a great job. I think that was a little ill-advised pass by Wigmore there. He was double covered, and he just tried to force the ball in there, but Leach was there, was able to see where the ball was going, just picking it up. Great interception, keeping his head to be able to move up the field to nearly the 30-yard line.
And the Toros are leaving this Baltimore crowd with a sour taste in their mouth as they come away with another interception. 2 on the evening for Wigmore. And now the Toro offense will take over after scoring a touchdown on their previous possession. Stevens goes in motion. Dunhill backing up, retreating, throwing, diving catch made by Stevens for 3 yards.
And once again, a great job by the offensive line there by the Toros, giving Dunhill enough time to be able to see where he can throw the ball. All his deep receivers were covered, so he had to check down the Cade Stevens right there, but they still were able to pick up 3 yards.
Offset eye for Fort Worth as Alexander shifts over to the other end of the formation. Handoff goes to Bacon right up the middle, and he had an opportunity to get a ton of yards. He had blocking downfield, but still gets about 8. Or excuse me, probably about 5.
It's still a 3rd and short situation right here. I can't see them going away from Jay-Z Bacon with all his productivity tonight. Keep the ball in his hands. Let him pick up that 2 yards.
3rd and short. Bacon in trouble in the backfield, and he's going to go down. The Vultures defense had him dead to rights pretty much immediately, and Keenan Samuels wraps him up for a TFL.
Well, once I saw that defense, I saw they put 7 men on the line of scrimmage. I wanted to retract my statement about giving it to Jay-Z Bacon.
So Fort Worth will punt the football away. Irvin with a chance to return, and he's going to make it out past the 30 to the 33-yard line. And, I mean, this has been a pretty good game here tonight, Mickey. Over on the other game that we've got going on this evening, the score is getting out of hand, but there's been a lot going on in that game. There's been a one-handed touchdown catch. There's been a pick 6 thrown, which is the first of the preseason. Colin Pierce gets hurt for Indy. There's a 74-yard touchdown pass from Tommy Utah to Hammer, who goes across the field in order to get to him. And now Indy's got injuries to Wiseman, McCray, and Pierce. So it's been a wild game over on the other channel with Louisiana on top 41-14 currently.
Well, being a Minnesota legend, I am actually in approval of that score and all the stats that you had. Absolutely, but I am looking forward to that Week 1 rivalry at the convention, seeing Indy versus Minnesota, and seeing how it plays out.
3 quarters in the books. Get your fours up in the chat. 8-point advantage for the Toros. SFL preseason action rolls on here on the league's YouTube channel. Eric Vincent here, Mickey Melillo there, Ron Haynes, Stephen Hacker in the stats truck, and Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ running the machine for us as we have one more quarter to go. 10 minutes on the clock, fourth quarter of action underway as Wigmore uncorks one into coverage, and there's going to be a penalty marker on the play. I think Leach interfered.
I don't know if I agree with that one. I think Leach was there right when the ball got to his hands. Unless there was something I didn't see earlier in the play, I thought he did a good job there on coverage.
A very bang-bang play. I'm with you, Mickey. I don't know if I would have necessarily thrown the flag, but the flag was thrown regardless, and Baltimore gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's why we're in the booth, and those guys are wearing the stripes.
This is true. I don't look good in stripes anyway. Two backs behind Wigmore. He's under center. Wigmore will throw over the middle and incomplete. He was looking for Chima. Davis was in the area. That brings up second down.
Looked like a little bit of a timing route right there. Wigmore had the right idea, throwing it to Chima over the middle. It just looked like Chima didn't turn around in time to be able to catch the ball.
Set eye for the Vultures this time around. Play action. Wigmore into coverage again and incomplete. Looking for Irvin this time, but there were 3 Toro defenders in the vicinity, and that's going to bring up third down.
It looks like J.L. Browning once again from his outside linebacker spot moving back into pass coverage. One of those 3 defenders that were in the area there. Just a great job by this linebacking core by the Toros to make sure passes are not getting in the hands of the receivers.
Chima going in motion. Wigmore hit as he's thrown, and it's incomplete. Irvin was open, but the pressure came late, and he got leveled on that play.
I'm not sure who that defender is. I'm going to have to guess it might have been the inside linebacker, E.K. Vincent, going in for that, but that was a hit on Wigmore there that probably broke up that play.
So Matty Coffins will come out. I believe only the second punt of the evening for him today. Fielded at about the 20-yard line and get maybe a yard there for Joe Idle, and Fort Worth will set up shop with an 8-point advantage at the 21-yard line.
Now, I know the fourth quarter is still quite young, but this is a great point for Fort Worth to be able to really run a lot of time off this clock. If they get in the end zone, that's a bonus for them, but if they don't, they'll leave Baltimore with 5-6 minutes left in the ballgame to try to tie it up with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
They have kept the Vultures on their heels with both their rushing and passing attack. Baker in motion, I formation, Dunhill, pressure coming from all around, and he's going to go down. No opportunity to get rid of the football there as Keenan Samuels gets in for the sack.
Now, if that wasn't an all blitz, I don't know what it was. There were 9 people. 4 of them were in the backfield. 5 of them were in the backfield. 4 of them were on the line. They were going after Dunhill on that play.
Without a doubt, a 0 blitz there, and Dunhill was dead to rights from the start. 5-yard loss, 2nd and long now. Dunhill retreating. Fires a big one, and it's close to the 45-yard line, caught by Cade Stevens. What a huge throw.
Baltimore's defense, previous play, great job. 0 blitz, getting to Dunhill, pushed him back 5 yards, but he just came back and said, nope, it's my time. But Cade Stevens wide open, nobody was even near him, being able to grab that ball, 1st down from the 45.5-yard line.
30-yard completion, and Cade Stevens quietly is having himself quite a ball game with 85 reception yards and a touchdown. Bacon with the toss, trying to find some room, and gets about maybe 3 on the play.
It looked like Baltimore's defense is trying to keep their eye on J.Z. Bacon. They're really covering him right now. We haven't called his number at all with any big plays in this 4th quarter. I think Dunhill needs to put his arm to work right now.
Baker in motion. Dunhill, short drop, pressure coming. One-handed attempt made by Baker, and it's incomplete. Loshaw with a good hit there, jarred the football loose.
Yeah, great job by Loshaw there, just being able to be there right when Baker was about to get the ball, and just able to make sure that he couldn't keep it. Baker has just been a star with the passing game for the Fort Worth Toros in the 1st half. He's been silent the 2nd half, though.
3rd and long as Stevens goes in motion. Dunhill, pressure coming from his backside. He's going to run, and he's going to pick up a good chunk of yards there, but not enough for the 1st down as he creeps into Baltimore territory.
May not have gotten a 1st down, but the only benefit is the clock is running. Baltimore is getting the ball back with more time than I thought, but they're still going to let this clock run, probably to about 2 or 3 seconds left on the play clock.
Hunt gets away for Fort Worth as Irvin waits for it at about his 15. He'll make it out to the 20. And just add one more first to the other game we've got going on tonight between Louisiana and Indianapolis. First onside kick recovered this preseason. And it was recovered by Indy. And then they throw an interception to Louisiana. So that one looking to be getting to be in the books. But either way, a lot of firsts, a lot of wacky things happening in that game. As we've had a very eventful evening of preseason football here in the SFL. Wigmore rolls out. He'll fire over the middle of the field. Catch is made by Irvin, and that'll be a good chunk of maybe 15 yards as he gets 1st down yardage.
Adam Leach there on the coverage there to make sure Irvin didn't get much more than that 15. But with that other game going on, I mean, I'm glad you and I are on this game. This is a more exciting game. We're not getting the first like they are over in Indy and Louisiana, but we're getting to see some stars run the ball up and down the field.
And this is feeling like a playoff game, right? It's been a lot of back and forth, mistakes made by both teams. A lot of big plays are being made by both teams, and it shows on the scoreboard with just about 7 minutes to go here in regulation as Wigmore going to throw one-on-one coverage. Irving makes the catch. It is past midfield into Toro territory.
And this is where Baltimore always shined. If they were down by a touchdown or 2, the 4th quarter, they just step up and they know how to throw the ball. They know where to run the ball. This is dangerous territory for Fort Worth right now. They got to make sure their defense is on their game. Otherwise, Baltimore is going to take the lead, win this game.
This Toro secondary caught fire towards the tail end of season 20 on their way to a semifinal appearance in the playoffs. And they're looking to clamp down right here as Wigmore is going to throw again. And Holder was in the area, couldn't quite reel it in as it bounces off of him and out of bounds.
And Aiden Davis was right there, did not see the deflection. His back was to the ball. If he would have turned around, he would have caught that ball and they would have gotten the ball back to run more time off this clock to solidify their win.
Instead, we see 6.5 minutes on the clock. Chima going to go in motion for Wigmore. Wigmore throws and incomplete, but again, I think Leach gave one too many bumps on Irvin, and he's going to get flagged for it.
Oh, I can't even defend Leach there. He definitely was there early. You can tell just by the wide angle shot. He was well early there.
Got burned right at the line of scrimmage and then made a couple different bumps on him to impede him from catching that football. And that's an easy flag there. That'll move Baltimore up to the 31-yard line, give them another fresh set of downs as they creep closer and closer to the end zone. Wigmore to throw again. Middle of the field, catch is made. Chima near the 10-yard line, mark him down at the 12, and that's another first down for Baltimore.
As much as Baltimore relied on Murray and Gaines throughout the beginning of the game, they are now relying on Wigmore to be able to get the ball down the field, finding his receivers. Whether he has to thread the needle or those receivers are wide open, he's doing his job and he's just getting the ball down the field.
And Chima having himself a good night as well, 92 yards through the air. 6 minutes and counting to go in regulation. Murray with his first carry of this possession, still avoiding Toro defenders, but barely getting a couple of yards. But now J.L. Browning is hurt on the field.
And that is tough. J.L. Browning, we said it all game. He's been doing a great job from the outside linebacker spot to go into pass coverage. That's going to be a huge blow to this Toro defense this late in the game, especially with Wigmore throwing the ball as he is.
We saw Stephen Hacker go out with an injury earlier. Now J.L. Browning being ushered off the field with an injury. We'll see if either of those guys return to action. I don't think we've seen Hacker out on the field since he walked off. First down for Baltimore. T-Roy. Stiff arm into the end zone. Touchdown, Vultures.
Leroy Gaines took advantage of that backup outside linebacker just giving a stiff arm there, and he was able just to dance his way into the end zone to put 6 on the board. Now, does Baltimore go for just a kick for the point after, or are they going to go for 2 to tie the game here? Let's see what they choose.
It could go either way with the clock being where it is. And it does look like they will come out for the 2 points. I formation for the Vultures. Handoff goes to Murray. Murray trying to dive into the end zone, and he does. He gets the 2 points. Tie ball game.
Warren Murray right there. I think the refs need to check him for Vaseline because he's been slipping through the defense all game long. Just a great job by him. He saw he was getting stuck. He jumped and he was able to just to put the ball over the goal line. Put 2 points on the board to tie this game up.
Gutsy drive by the Baltimore Vultures, who put 8 points on the board, ties the football game up with just under 6 to go here in regulation. Idle with the return straight up the middle of the field, and he'll get out to the 24-yard line of Fort Worth. And now we'll see how the Toros respond. It has been that type of ball game, Mickey. Back and forth, back and forth. Both teams making mistakes, both teams taking advantage of those mistakes, and that's why we got a tie ball game here.
But the big difference here for the Toros going on offense, they have not seen a tie ball game since their first drive. So, yeah, let's see what they do, how they're going to respond to this tie ball game. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go.
Offset I, handoff goes to Bacon. Bacon lowers his shoulder, shoves the defender. He gets first down yardage and more. Still on his feet along the far sideline and gets ushered out of bounds. Big run by the Crispy Bacon.
J.C. Bacon just put a hurting on the defender there. He just gave him a forearm shovel and just went on and find his seam on the sideline, trying to do a stiff arm there. But my God, Giovanni Bolt was the only player that could have gotten him, and thank God he did, because otherwise, that was 6 points for the Toros.
And with that 18-yard run, he passes the century mark on the evening with 112 yards on the ground. Great evening for him, and he's going to try and add to it here with this pitch play as he bounces it towards the far sideline, and he's still on his feet. He somehow tiptoes the sideline and gets enough for another Toro first down.
JZ Bacon, he's strong, he's powerful, he's agile. You can see him on that sidestep towards the end of that run. He can do it all. He catches the ball, he picks up yards, he gets first down, he gets in the end zone. JZ Bacon is truly a well-rounded running back for these Toros.
Two plays, 2 first downs, both in the hands of JZ Bacon. Now Dunhill will throw. He finds Stevens past the 30 to about the 25-yard line, and that's another first down for Fort Worth.
And that was a big play right there. That play right there puts them into field goal position. So as long as no mistakes are made, they're going to get the lead back with at least a field goal. I know they want 6 or 7 on the board, but 3 points right now, the way this game is going to be huge.
And now Stevens over 100 yards with a touchdown grab to boot. Dunhill wants to throw again. He's in trouble. Finds Baker in the middle of the field at the 2-yard line. First and goal. Every single play has been a first down for the Toros on this drive.
The only bad thing about this drive right now for the Toros is they haven't taken much time off the clock. They're going to leave a lot of time for the Vultures to be able to respond. It looks like they're about to get in the end zone. I'm going to say right now, it's time to sizzle, it's time to shake that frying pan because it's bacon time.
We'll see if that's who they go to here on this first and goal. Instead, Dunhill's going to throw. He quickly fires it out to Bacon, and he does get into the end zone. Touchdown Fort Worth, and they retake the lead.
Love that play call there. Made it look like Dunhill was going to throw, but they just went to their powerhouse back just to get the receiving touchdown on the night for a nice little swing pass there. Bacon is doing all he can, slathered in grease, getting away from all the defenders, that time untouched for 6.
A rushing touchdown and now a receiving touchdown for JZ Bacon. On to the stat sheet this evening. Dunhill with 3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards passing tonight. And the Toros offense has looked very, very good for much of this game as Amelia Rose lines up for the extra point. I snap and it gets through the uprights. 28-21, 4:14 on the clock, which is the important part of the equation as Baltimore has all 3 timeouts and a ton of time to work with.
And that's the big thing right here. We saw how quick Baltimore can score when they get the ball. 4 minutes is a lot of time to give Baltimore.
How will the Toros defense respond now as Irvin is going to take a knee in the end zone and bring the ball out to the 20?
The Toros defense, I don't know what they can do here. How they're going to, what they talked about on the sideline. Wigmore's been throwing the ball. Murray's been running the ball. They've just done it in both in the air and on the ground. So they just got to play heads up ball right here on defense and make sure they don't get any big plays.
Murray gets the carry, gets bottled up in the backfield. Great job by the Toros front 7 to get the TFL and a loss of 1.
And that's a good way for the Toros defense to show that they are ready for anything. Murray not being able to get extra yards after getting hit.
Clock continuing to roll. Wigmore to throw this time. Over the middle. Holder makes the play against Aiden Davis, and they go no huddle. Handoff goes to Murray now, trying to shimmy his way up the middle of the field. He'll get 5 yards. Wigmore. Holder, first down. Out across the 50 near the 45. They continue to go no huddle, saving timeouts. Wigmore again will throw. Lofts one near Irvin, and it falls to the turf. That'll freeze the clock.
And that's what I was talking about before with this Baltimore offense. With very little time, they can move down the field. They're already in Toro territory, and only 58 seconds have been taken off the clock. They started at their own 20, and they're now on the Toro 45.
Incompletion gives the Toros an opportunity to reset their defense. Reeling a bit from this onslaught that the Vultures have given them offensively. And it looked like it was going to continue there, as Chima has made a lot of those catches over the middle of the field in traffic tonight, but that one is incomplete.
And now with 3rd and 10, 3 minutes left, Baltimore has to choose the right play to keep this drive going.
Four wide, Wigmore under center. Murray is the lone back. Wigmore throws into coverage and caught. One-on-one coverage towards the top there with Adam Leach, and that's a first down. Wigmore again, wide open is Chima, and he gets first down yardage near the 15-yard line as they go no huddle once more. Chima over 100 yards this evening. Wigmore, end zone, incomplete. Freezes the clock at 2:46.
Once again, this Vulture offense, high-powered, quick striking. The Toros are going to have to stay on their game, especially when they go no huddle with 4 minutes left in the game. They're going to have to be able to stop this offense. They've got to figure it out if they want to keep this lead.
Empty set, Irvin going in motion. More over the middle, wide open. Chima slips the defender, and he's going to get dragged down right at the goal line. 1st and goal. They're going no huddle. Can they get in the end zone? Wigmore over the middle, picked off by Delaney Nash in the end zone, and the Toros will take over.
I saw that offensive formation, no running backs, first and goal from the half-yard line. That was what the Toros needed. They saw that it was going to be a passing play, kept a bunch of guys back in the secondary. And right there, Delaney Nash just going up, standing his ground, and being able to pick up that interception at the prime time that they needed it.
I'm with you, Mickey. You heard the surprise in my voice as they went no huddle in that formation when they got to 1st and goal. And sure enough, they threw the pass, and the Toros made the one play they needed to in order to stop that drive. As Bacon gets a carry, and he continues to do work on the ground. Clock is going to roll, and that is probably going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
I just don't know what the Vultures were thinking. No huddle? Absolutely. No running back? No idea. That's remnants of the Seattle Seahawks throw the ball on the goal line and having the Patriots intercept the ball to win the championship that year.
Toros break the huddle. I doubt they're going to take the snap here, and they won't as we hit the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore. Fort Worth with a 7-point advantage. And on the heels of an interception on their last defensive possession, looking to close this one out. This is preseason action with the SFL live on YouTube. Eric Vincent and Mickey Melillo in the booth for you this evening. Ron Haynes, Stephen Hacker in the stats truck. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ as Jay-Z Bacon continues to tote the rock. He'll get first down yardage, and Baltimore will burn their first time out.
And just a great job by Bacon there. He turned around, saw a defender that was on the ground in front of him. And just like Bacon does, he sizzled and he popped right over that defender to pick up the first down.
One more first down will pretty much do it here for Fort Worth to walk out of here with a dub in this preseason matchup of two playoff teams. Baltimore being the champion just a season ago, as Jay-Z still shoving defenders to the turf. He'll get a yard out of it, and Baltimore will burn their second timeout.
Yeah, Fort Worth does need to get that first down, even if it's on a third down play. If they keep the ball on the ground, the clock continues to run. It's going to force Baltimore to call a timeout. If they get their first down on third down, they're in charge. They can let that clock roll.
2nd and 9. Bacon. Big stiff arm there as he propels himself forward to the 40-yard line. And Baltimore will burn their final timeout. Keenan Samuels has been all over the field this evening. He has racked up so many different tackles, 10 plus, and Jay-Z just embarrassed him on that play.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think I've seen a hit on from an offensive running back in many years like that.
3rd and short. Baltimore out of timeouts. Bacon gets the first down and much, much more. He's rumbling down the far sideline. Only one man to beat. And he'll get dragged down near the 30-yard line, and that'll pretty much do it for Fort Worth.
What a run for Jay-Z Bacon right there. Needed the first down, got it. Said, I wanted more. I want my eggs. I want my toast. I want a sausage patty with that one. He's able to get down the field. Kept himself in bounds, and so this clock is running. Fort Worth has solidified their win with that one run by Jay-Z Bacon.
And what a game this preseason matchup ended up being between Fort Worth and Baltimore, as the Toros are going to get the better of the Vultures once again. As we set up and get ready for the convention in Cincinnati, Ohio, just a few short days away. And man, week 1 matchup, it is going to be fun. I know the Toros, they're going up against their old rivals, the Mexico City Aztecs, and that is going to be a fun one.
You can't forget about the big rival, the Minnesota Legend versus Indianapolis, starting off the second day of the convention at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's going to be a fun game.
Baltimore will face off against Florida, and that'll be a battle of two old rivals as well. So a lot of great storylines coming into week 1 of the SFL season 21, as that will be the final play of this one. Fort Worth will come out of here with a 7-point win over the season 20 champion Baltimore Vultures, 28-21, the final score here in Baltimore.
Oh, what a game here. What a game by Jay-Z Bacon. What a game by both of these teams for the preseason. We had injuries on the Toros, but they still were able to get this win and show what the draft meant.
And just, you touched on it, just an incredible game between both of these teams. Both teams made mistakes. Fort Worth battled with injuries towards the tail end of that ball game. Still battled back, still did a ton of work on both offense and defense. Dunhill coming away with over 300 yards passing. Kate Stevens with a touchdown grab. Charlie Baker with a touchdown grab. Jay-Z Bacon with a touchdown grab and a touchdown on the ground. So a lot of great things to see from this Toro offense. A lot of great things from the Baltimore offense as well, as Warren Murray and T-Roy Gaines, they are going to be a problem as a rushing attack.
Oh, absolutely. They are the ultimate 1-2 punch for the league. You can hand the ball off to Murray and he slipped through the defense. You hand the ball off to T-Roy Gaines, a former starting halfback. But you can see with his power now as a fullback, he can still get the yards and he can still knock defenders on their you-know-whats.
And a great job defensively as well for Fort Worth, as they found the answers when they needed to. It didn't look very good towards the tail end there as Baltimore did Baltimore things. They tied the football game up with a 2-point conversion, but then Fort Worth defense ended up making that one play they needed to in order to secure this one. 28-21 the final. Any final thoughts, Mickey?
I just think Fort Worth came up strong, especially their defense. Baltimore made one play calling mistake, and that was that 1st and goal no huddle play. And Fort Worth did exactly what they did. They had to step up, get a turnover, they got it, and that's what won them the game right here. Their defense at the end of the game.
Well, we thank you for joining us this evening for Simulation Football League preseason action. We've got a lot of great stuff coming in the upcoming season 21. As I mentioned, just a few short days away, kicking off with the convention in Cincinnati. You certainly don't want to miss that. We will have all week one action going on live from Cincinnati. On behalf of Mickey Malillo, Ron Haynes, Stephen Hacker in the Stats Truck, and Commissioner, Executive Producer Extraordinaire Cameron Irvine, my name is Eric Vincent. Thank you for tuning in this evening, and we will see you for Season 21. Good night.